Independent, fully present, girl power in ascendant, witty brain, gritty lane, raising high and splendid. The hustle is real, so is the resolute. She grew, here she comes to inspire you. Make way for ಈಶತಮಾನದ ಮಾದರಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣು, ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನದ ಸಾಹಸಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣು.
ಓಕೆ, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಲೋಕಮಾಮ್ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ 2. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 2 ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೀ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಸುಮನ್, ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹೇಗ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಆದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so we are classmates from our masters in clinical psychology from Manipal University. So ಹೇಗ್ ನಾವು ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಮಣಿಪಾಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ there is a process. ಹೇಗೆ there is your tests, written test ಇದೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ವಿ, ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೆದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾನು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಎಲ್ರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷೇ ಮಾತಾಡೋರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಂದಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕನ್ನಡದವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ವಾ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣಿಪಾಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋರು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೆ. ಹಿಂಗಪ್ಪ ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸಿರ್ಸಿ, ಸೊ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟೌನ್. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. So I was like, ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು. ಇವರಿಬ್ರನ್ನ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಸಮ್ವನ್ ಟು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೋಸ್ 2 years. ಸೊ ಆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲಿ ನಂಗೆ ಇವರಿಬ್ರು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಹೆಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಏನೋ ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಒಯಾಸಿಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ದಂಗ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಫೆಲ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಒನ್ ಟು ರಿಲೈ ಆನ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಒನ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಇಂದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ದೋಸ್ 2 years ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೋ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ, ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇವಾಗ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್, being interdependent and talking about today's topic, which is being independent. So ಏನು being independent ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಇವತ್ತು. So yes, what is independence according to you?
I think you did the introduction really well. And you held how you felt like some sort of dependency created because maybe because of the language. I think nangu hange initially nangandu first one month, if you remember, ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, purely because that was the first time ನಾನು ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು. And that was the first time I was living in such a different environment and all of that. So dependency I think is very mutual for all of us, and to just, I think now initially we bonded on all these very typical Kannada songs like Upendra songs things like that. So I believe like dependence is very mutual. For I think it really mattered a lot. Anta jaga hogi, it is such a big university. What is independence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಲೈಕ್ you have to, being dependent and being independent are sort of like a continuum actually. So and also even ಮಾತ್ರ strong independent women ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ it's very important, but also it maybe an uncommon opinion, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure to be a strong independent woman. And also internal pressure ಇದೆ, external pressure ಇದೆ, society pressure also. So I feel like it's a mix of multiple different things.
Yeah, so I think I relate to what you said. Pressure ಇಂದಾನೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕೇನೋ ನಾನು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್, ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್, ವಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಸ್ think too much about it. Like, am I being independent or not? ಇದು ನಾನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಾ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? So I think that pressure only is
Gets
making
to
us.
us.
Yeah,
Gets to
it's
us.
getting to us.
I like how you introduced us. Definitely, because we've known each other for almost 10 years now. ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು how our friendship came about, and that dependence helped us, I think, also be independent over there.
Yeah.
Right? That was the first time ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ, and we were all equally scared.
Yeah.
But ಯಾರು ಅದನ್ನ ಬಾಯ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ. But eventually, once we all got comfortable, we all started talking about our own fears, our own doubts, and that dependence, that friendship is what I think helped us get very comfortable, and also the space where we found our independence. ಬೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಹಾಲು ತಗೊಂಬರೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಮ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವೇ ಎದ್ದು ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು. In a lot of ways, at least for me, I found my independence over there, and I really cherish those 2 years, because I think it helped set up a lot of things in the upcoming years for me. And like Ashwini said, it's independence is a continuum. It's a codependent thing. Independence and dependence cannot exist on its own. So it's a complex system. Thinking on the whole. To address what she said, that there is internal pressure also. ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದ ಹುಡುಗಿರು ಹಿಂಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಂಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಒನ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್, especially womenಗೆ, for whatever reasons, they were okay with being at home, they were okay with being homemakers. Nam generation ಗೆ this whole thing became about ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ದುಡಿಬೋದು, ನೀವು ದುಡಿಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಗಂಡಸರಿಗಿನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, you're all equals. ಆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗಿನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very big question that we are all trying to explore, as what really is independence for each one of us, and as a group of women, what is it for us anta.
So ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಥ್ರೂ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ವಿ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್.
ಹೌದು.
ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ವಿ ವರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಟ್ ಕೇರಳ.
ಹೌದು.
ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೇಸ್, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೊಸ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ವಾಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ, ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ, ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ theses and all preparations and everything. We helped each other a lot, and through that dependence only we started becoming independent. At the end of 2 years, now namde we were on our own.
Yeah.
We were not like too dependent on each other, but then we started next ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, what are you doing, what is she doing, and then what do I do. So that came up. Right? So independence ಬರ್ತಾ and then we came out of MSc. ನನ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, and I became financially independent. Right? So you financially independent ಅಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ you get that thought that okay, I can do whatever I want. It's like that freedom ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಂಗೆ. I'll also party, I'll also go out with friends, I'll also do that, I'll also do this. But ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲ, I don't like going to party.
You discover things.
Yeah, I don't like going to parties, or I don't like going out after 9 p.m, 10 p.m. I don't like that. I want to be in my bed, chill, watch something on my own and sleep.
Yeah.
That's what gave me happiness. Right? So independence, as you told, that definition of independence ಅಥವಾ society, ನೋಡು ಅವಳು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಅವಳು ನೋಡಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ, all those things gets to our head, and it messes with our life. Absolutely. Is what I feel.
Correct.
ನನಗೇನ್ ಬೇಕು, ನಾನೇನೋ, being aware of my own self itself is independence, is what I feel. True. So that's what independence is according to me.
Okay.
So you're saying something.
No, I was going to point out, it is about choice ultimately, to the freedom of choice. And a lot of times ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ I feel independence ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ, maybe we are made to look at it like in a sense that especially marriage ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, it is somewhat there. Why are we looking at dependence so negatively? Why are we looking at why are we glorifying independence so much?
True.
Is there an absolute independence or absolute dependence? I feel like, and equality is also like one very touchy subject, I think.
Yeah.
Because now I think they're also trying to want to be equal, but there is no way like all three of us can ever be equal. Like we are just trying to fight between two genders. ನಾನು ನಿನ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀನ್ ನನಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತ. I understand the reason why this whole purpose of feminism and equality ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ there is like a whole different reason. But at this point I feel like somehow ಅದು narrative change ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ. It's not about surpassing the other, right? It is truly about making a choice. If I choose to be here today, I want to choose to be here. If I choose to leave like the following day, it is my choice. I feel like independence is that, the freedom of choice, more than man women depend on. I feel like it's a lot bigger than that. Most of the times, if you actually see, you have a girl child. Parents who have girl children, is their way of looking at life is so different.
Yeah.
So different. I think because there is some sense of ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇವನ್ ಅವ್ರ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಂಚಿನ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು
ಹೌದು
ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್
ಹೌದು
ಇಬ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅದು ಒಂಥರ there's a lot more meaning attached to it. And ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ or if they've been very open and free, it becomes all the more difficult when you go to somebody else's house and somebody has restrictions. I feel like allinda this is where the whole point of I am a strong independent woman, you don't come and tell me what I do. Because it's most probably some of them are being taken away with privilege that you can't choose. So I was trying to get to that because most of the things it's talking about freedom of choice. It's
Correct.
not, like even if I choose to be a homemaker one fine day, it's still my choice. Nobody should get the right to say, oh, ನೀನ್ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿದ್ಯಾ. That also comes, no? ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿದ್ಯಾ
ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋತಿದ್ಯಾ. ಹೌದು.
But it is her choice. But if she is wanting to go and study something, ಆವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಬೇಡ ನೀನ್ ಮನೇಲಿರೋ. There are these both narratives, no? There's no choice.
So I think I choose to be dependent is my choice ultimately.
Absolutely haudu.
So at this moment I feel like I want to be dependent on something or someone.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
So ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ even language is also a factor to be dependent on each other.
ಹೌದು.
So ಹಂಗಾದಾಗ why are we just taking people and saying that I want to be dependent on him? Dependent ಅಂದ್ರೇನೆ people ಅಂತ. Why do we consider? I have no idea. So again ಇವಾಗ parenting ಬಂದಾಗ, so the next question I had was, where does this independence come from? What do you think? ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
At least for me it came definitely from my parents. ನಾನು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಹುಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆದೆ ನಾನು ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಬೀಟ್ ಮೈ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಆರ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಮೈ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳು, ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಂತ ನೀ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ನಿನ್ನ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನೀನು ಓದಗಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೀನು ಮುಂದೆ ನೀ ಏನು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ಯಾ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ಮೇಕ್ ಶೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸಸ್. That is the kind of upbringing that I have had. ನನ್ನ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ when you told that you got a job after your masters and a financial independence ಬಂದಾಗ ಸೇಮ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮುಗೀತು, ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಂಬಳ ಬಂತು, I will shop whatever I want, I will go out with my cousins, I will take them all out for a treat. I have very young cousins, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಖುಷಿ, ಅದೊಂಥರ ಖುಷಿ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮೋರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೇನು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ನಾನು. ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ independence after a point became about making my own routine also. ತುಂಬಾ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಹಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು it gets to me. So independence of course came from my parenting days, from my parents parenting me. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು, and then it evolved as I grew older. There was a point when I was away from home. I was living in Ahmedabad for 5 years. Ali, I found a different type of independence. ನಂದೇ ಒಂದು ರೂಟೀನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಬರೋದು, ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆನ್ ಐ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಜಿಮ್, ಕೆನ್ ಐ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಮೈ ಜುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಆರ್ ಕೆನ್ ಐ ಚೂಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಆ ಥರದ್ದು. So it was never that at one point I learned independence and that's how I stuck with it. Independence and our definition has constantly evolved for me.
Yeah,
I think it is still evolving. True. And ನೀವಿಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಯಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಟ್ರೂ. ನಾವು ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ನನಗೆ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ a lot of my times my mood is so dependent on the food that I eat.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Food ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಭಾಷೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಜನ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹುಡ್ಕೋದು? ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಹುಡ್ಕೋದು? ರೈಟ್ ನೌ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಐ ಲಿವ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ಐ ಲಿವ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೈ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಅಣ್ಣ, ಅತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಕಿಡ್ಸ್. In that whole entire thing, trying to find that 2 minutes of independence or my own me time, for me right now that is independence.
Yeah.
Being able to step out by saying, okay, na horag hog barta idini, I have to keep them all informed because we all live in one house and we're all dependent on each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And for me to get that 1 hour or 2 hours of independent time, I need to keep them informed. And I don't find that a problem. I find that, okay, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ it's my duty, inform ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So I think, yes, to go back to my point that independence has evolved for me and it's still evolving for me, and sometimes it can be very taxing. Financially independent ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಏನಪ್ಪ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ ಎತ್ತಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Sometimes I'm just like, no, I'm done. Somebody has to do it for me. So I've had those days as well.
Yeah, this independence concept, I think ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲೇ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ. And you look at the western countries, it's
So different.
so different.
Yeah.
I think ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡು, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ we had sarees,
Correct.
and then ಕಚ್ಚೆ and ಚೂಡಿದಾರ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು, ಆಯ್ತಾ. Slowly we took the jeans from west.
Yeah.
Like
the jeans.
Literally the jeans. Yeah, literally. ಅದು jeans ಆಗಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, and then skirts and shorts and everything
ಎಲ್ಲ
came
ಬಂತು.
from there. ಅಂದಾಗ not only the materials, even the thought process also we started imbibing in ourselves. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ವೇದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲವಿದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಸಿರೋದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋಡೆ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲವಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡು, ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲವಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ 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 ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸೋ ಇಂಬೈಬ್ಡ್. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆ ಕೋರ್ ಬಿಲೀಫ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ರೆ ಹೋದಾಗ, like if it comes on me to take care of everything else ಅಂದಾಗ, and then I became, should I do it or not? I have second thoughts. Obviously ಯಾವಾಗ ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿರುವಾಗಿಂದಾನೇ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಗಿರೋಣ, ಇದು ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅದು ಹಾಕಿ ನಾವು ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್, ಗೋ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡಲೇ how do I be independent? Okay, financially it is physical, I can do it. ಹೋಗೋ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, okay, I am financially independent. But emotionally, how do I be independent when you are constantly saying that ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲವಿದೆ, let's all be together? So ಆವಾಗ you feel that difficulty in going forward. True. How to, and is it right or not? So that is there ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥಾಟ್, ಆ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗ, the culture is not changed yet. ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರೋದು, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಬರೀ ಥಾಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೀನ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಹೌ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ in this society.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you gone through any of these things and where you felt, no, I can't, I am not able to be independent, I am dependent on somebody ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ಯಾ?
I think though, like see, because we are talking about it so much, ಈಗ retrospectively we'll be able to think, oh, ಈ situations ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು independent ಇದ್ದೆ, ಈ situations ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ. But generally on your day to day basis, I don't think now, oh, ನಾನು ಈ activities ನ independent ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನ I don't think it's that possible. Like, ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ, oh, you got married and you came into a home and she said she's lived in a joint family. Very similarly, I also grew in a joint family. We were 6 of us. From being 6 of us, out of the group, we became 3 of us. So just that idea of not having people around you makes you, like, it's not just physical presence. They're still there in the way that they've brought you up, the kind of things that you've learned from them. So I think full, pure independence is not possible. I still think that way.
Yeah.
But I'm not dismissing that yaro obru that striving for an independent life agade illa ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. But see, ultimately ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, we're saying I want to be independent, but I will also go and join a community to socialize.
Yeah.
So ultimately it is about getting to be in a community and socializing. Maybe in family community ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿನ್ನ relatives ನಿಂಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, but you still want to be part of some community. Like I will go and join like a hiking community. Do one community, and at that moment you are still with
Part of something.
So have I felt I'm fully dependent on people? ಇವಾಗಂತೂ ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ರೆ, because my work is super hectic, most of the things my spouse makes it for me. Like from morning till night, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು he is only doing. But there are also these ideas, alva, what a man should do and what a woman should do.
Oh, yeah.
Like the idea is so
Restricting.
not somehow that beliefs
Gets
systems.
restricting now.
Of course, nam generation ke maybe it is a lot
Changing.
more easier. Like sometimes, like my mother-in-law, whenever she calls, I'll say, "Ha, idlu yana madidane." Like he's learned almost everything now to cook. Already he knew how to cook. Now he's learned more things, and she actually feels proud. She's like, that's good. Like both of you should balance each other's life in a way that it is making it easy for each other. Isn't that dependence? Like
It is.
I am, if somebody asks me, "நீங்க அடியா மாட்டீங்களா ಅಂದ್ರೆ will you be able to not function?" I will still be able to function, but it makes my life more
Yeah.
easier. It makes his life probably a little bit more. He'll feel better that I'm eating a food that he really likes, like that he really makes and I enjoy.
Yeah,
Ultimately, it's all about that. It's codependence
That's true.
more than
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ
I agree.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ನೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್, ನಂಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಕೈ ಕಾಲು ಓಡಲ್ಲ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೂಲಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಎಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ನೌ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಆರ್ ಹರ್, ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕುಕ್ ಮೈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕುಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಆರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಮೈ ಓನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಐ ಫೀಲ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಹೆಲ್ಪೇ ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದು. ನೀನು ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್, ನೀ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಲೈಕ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್. ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಲಗೇಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೋ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವುಮನ್, ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್?
That is not going to work.
ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೋ ಏನೋ, ಇವಳಿಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ಅನ್ಕೋ. ಸಿ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಹೆಡ್. ನಿನ್ ಲಗೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳ್ದೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. I'm short. You don't have to say I'm short. You don't have to explain. Sir, ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮುಗ್ದಾಯ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
There's no need to second guess it.
ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ಇವಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆ ಚೇರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹತ್ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ವೈ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ when there is a easy help available, right? So I think that is what independence is also for me. So I think emotional independence allo the same thing applies. ಏನು emotional independence ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so according to you guys?
Emotional independence for me is being able to cope with every day, right? Be it happiness or be it facing a downfall within a day. And ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೌನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ನಾನೇ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಡೀಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರೈಸ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಲೈಫ್ ಟು ಸಂಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಿಂತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. For me, emotional independence became about not pressurizing somebody else. That's what it became for me. And then I realized that I am losing my own talk. I lost it one day, and then I had to come and tell people that this is what I'm facing, this is what I'm struggling with. Ad helkondagale I realized my life became easier. Right? So emotional independence ಇರಬೇಕು, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಈವನ್ ಮೋರ್. ಆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಇಮೋಷನಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಮೋಷನಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ರೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಟು ಅ ಥೆರಪಿಸ್ಟ್, it could be reaching out to somebody that you find comfort in, and ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, which is very important. And I think that is how we reach a state of emotional independence as well. So emotional independence ಅನ್ನೋದು, we should figure out what can I deal with on my own, for what do I need to reach out to my partner, for what do I need to reach out to my parent or to a friend. And ಅದು ಒಂಥರ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಇವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಸ್ಟೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಡೂ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. It could be as emotional independence can come from just a simple journaling also. Right. ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂಥರ ಗಜಿಬಿಜಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, sometimes I reach out to, it could just be writing it down on my phone, or picking out an actual diary and writing it. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು for the last 1.5 years. Every day I write a journal, and that's what's helped me stay emotionally independent while I'm dependent on the others for my emotional well-being. Because well-being ಅನ್ನೋದು so many aspects to it, emotional being one of the most important ones, cannot happen individually is what I believe. But yes, at the same time we should be able to figure out what our triggers are, what is something that helps me cope well, what is something that will help me move beyond those triggers and bring those changes in ourselves. So that's what emotional independence and dependence is for me.
Right. So I think ಅದೇ ಇಮೋಷನಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಅಪ್, ಸಿನ್ಸ್ you are getting married, we both are married. So, I mean, not to each other. So ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಈ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಯು ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಸೇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್. So it has given, it has given a statement saying that if you are getting married, then don't seek for the independent path that you are looking for. It states, really? Yeah. ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್, ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಳೆ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ, ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್, ದೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಪಾತ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. It has written like beautifully. Very controversial. Yeah.
No wonder there are so many people who don't want to get married. Yeah. This Supreme Court.
Yeah.
ನಿಮ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್.
ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ನಂಗೆ ಶಾಕ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಐಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ರಿಯಲಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೇ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಅದರ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಲೈಫ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಆದ್ರೂ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿನೂ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಮದ್ವೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಟುಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್, ಎಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತೀಯ, ಬಟ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ಬೌಂಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್.
ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್
you chose to be together, right?
True.
Right?
It comes back to choice.
Again it comes back to choice, right? You chose to get married. So you are somewhere linked to that person. Avaru en ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ, that keeps becoming you keep becoming dependent on each other anta I feel. So emotional independence in a marriage anta naan maatadadaga, since I am married, so iga and since it's Loka mom, I have to talk about that motherhood in between en barutte ado. So after having a baby, your emotions are all around the place, or around the city, country also you can say. So you don't know whom to trust. So ಏನಾಯ್ತು, till pregnancy I was independent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ, till 7th month ಗಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ, ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಗಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಕ್ರೇವ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಬೆರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಬೆರಿ ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ ಗಂಡ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ನೋ, ಬೈಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ, ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಐ ಸಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಬೆರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, ನಾನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಬೆರಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ವೈ ಶುಡ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಮೈಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ನನ್ ಗಂಡ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು? ದೀಸ್ ಬಾಲಿವುಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಉಂಟೆ, ನನ್ ಗಂಡ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಬೆರಿ ಗಂಡ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. See, all these things why I'm saying is ಎಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we walk in that path. Not necessarily. ನಿನಗೆ ಕ್ರೇವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, you go get your strawberries and eat, right? So ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಪ್ರೆಗ್ನೆನ್ಸಿ ವರೆಗೂ I was like super independent. ನನ್ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ two of the most experienced women idare, namamma dodamma, to take care of the baby.
Okay.
So emotionally I became dependent on them. I don't have to worry about it because they are there, right? Immediately after delivery, yavaga baby tan kotru, it is just me and the baby.
Okay.
There is nobody else in between. Aita, you do whatever you want to do. ಅಮ್ಮನು ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದೊಡ್ಡಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ, they are looking at me and saying, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡು, ಅಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬೇಬಿ. What do I do?
Okay.
You tell me what do I do? You are so vulnerable at that time and there is nobody to directly help.
Correct. Okay.
Because even they don't know what is happening ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ಯೋ, those few months, like I understood the meaning, the result of being dependent on somebody.
Okay.
ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಒಬ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ you have to go through these things. There will be expectations from them. ಅವರಿಂದ ಏನೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. So you keep expecting that, okay, since they're there, they will help me, they will support me. But when you don't get the same support from them, you are crushed. Like, oh, what do I do now? Again madli nanu anta. So I learned that yes, I will be dependent on you, but I'm prepared. Myself, ನಾನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ. So that's why I understood that independence is this. Like you should be prepared for whatever it comes, but there are help around, please take it, it's your choice. ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಮಾತಾಡು, ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕೇಳು, ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡು, ಓಕೆ ಎಸ್ ಡೂ ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಬೇಬಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ. ಸೊ ಬಿ ರೆಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್. So that's where I think I found the true meaning of independence.
Okay.
It's like whatever happens, until and unless that baby is dependent on me, I have to be responsible and be independent so that I provide for her.
Okay.
That's where I learned the true like meaning of what independence means. So that was a hard part, but slowly adu kalita alla, now I got to know what she likes, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ. ನೀ ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಿ, ನಾನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಅವಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದಾಗೋಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾನೇ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಐ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ನೋ ಅವಳು ಇವಾಗ ಅಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹಸುವಾಗಿದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಅವಳ್ದು ಏನ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅದು ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ ಥ್ರೂ ಅದರಿಂದ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗ್ಲೇ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರೂ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಇಮೋಷನಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸುನೀತ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಲೈಕ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡು, ಹೌ ವಿಲ್ ಹಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್? ಸೊ ಅವನಿಗೂ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಅಂದಾಗ how will you find that support? So your emotions are all over the place again, and you are dependent on him for the emotional support. So all those things also happen. So being dependent also affects your relationships around you. Whoever is around you, I think our relationship affect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ I have experienced. So after 1 to 3 years, we got to know that we went through all those things. We understood each other, strength to weakness. And now we know that what I have to do and what you have to do. Let's be interdependent on each other. And then move forward in life. Interdependent, either the word meaning, I am dependent, but somewhere when I need help, I choose to be dependent on you. It's not like nan nin ilde idre agade illa antalla. Since you are also there with me, I choose to depend on you. So that's how we are interdependent now.
Right.
So emotional independence is, again, I feel like I keep coming back to the same thing about freedom of choice. Me ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಈಗ that interdependence is that no, I will choose to depend and I feel like I need your support. So ultimately, I think emotional independence, a lot of times on clients ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ನೋಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, there is this one narrative ನಮಗೆ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, and again it could be because of society and our upbringing, for so many different reasons, or the kind of difficulties that each one of us would have gone through. ಒಂದು ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಲೈಫ್ ನೀನೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಸಮನ್ ಟು ಪಿಕ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ. ನಾನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್. I still remember when I was coming back from Manipal, I had 6 different luggages. I packed my home, like my entire home wherever I go. So I came back with that luggage. Even if I know that I can ask somebody's help, I will not ask. Because I'm like, I can do it myself. ನಾನು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. And this has actually backfired a lot in so many different ways. Because it's a very simple example. Imagine like ನಾವು ಈ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕವರ್, ಮೂರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು I feel like that's a classic metaphor I've been thinking of late. You just blow into it, keep it so tight constantly, but you're also saying ನಾನು ಯಾರು help ಮಾಡ್ತಲ್ಲ, because you're not letting anybody help. You just want to keep doing things over and over again.
Yeah, coming to financial independence. So financially independence antandaga, is it just about earning money?
Not necessarily. Like there are so many people who are earning money, but somebody else is managing that. So being financially independent is not just about earning money. It is about having that right to do whatever you want with that
money. Yeah, yeah, true.
I think Ashwini ಹೇಳಿದ್ ನಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ I mean it never struck me. For me financial independence was earning money. But I think what she said is really right, that access ಇರಬೇಕು ಆ earnings ಗೆ. For me financial independence is about of course earning, and then comes the next step is smart investments.
Oh yeah. Right.
I feel that is such a big blessing nam kaladavರಿಗೆ, that there are so many options to invest in,
Right.
that you keep some money aside and that there are some safe returns that you get back in a few years. So for me that is financial independence.
True.
ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋದೆ ಒಂದು ಶರ್ಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತಾ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು, that could be as small as that. But for me financial independence truly means being responsible about it.
Yeah.
So I know that in 5-6 years and urgent need ittu andre I can bring that pool of money back into my account. So that's what financial independence is.
ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು ಅರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ನಾನು ಐ ಡೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬಂತು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಐ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಫುಡ್ ಆರ್ ಬೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲೋತ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡ್ಸೋದು, ಅಪ್ಪಂಗೆ ಅಮ್ಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ತಂಗಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ಸೋದು ಅಂತ. ಆಸ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆದ್ವಾ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ taking money and spending it. So I became dependent on money also. So our dependency indane I started becoming independent, saying that no wait, I shouldn't spend like that. Let's think about savings also. Let's think about investing. What are the other options do I have anta. So I think in a way a dependency in the independence
bantu
is coming up anta ansutte. Intellectual independence ಬಗ್ಗೆ I think you have noted down something.
So a lot of times when we speak about equality, we were thinking about how we always see from the lens of power, like power in this case of muscle power or strength.
Okay.
But
like physical power.
But intellectual independence is also about like your cognitive abilities, your cerebral capacities, and I think we are all privileged. I think I can speak for all of you also. We are genuinely privileged to have received great education.
Absolutely.
And to be able to use that education. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಇವಾಗ ಡೇ ಟು ಡೇ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸಿ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಈಗೇನೋ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾರ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿ what happens. It's not that easy to be able to, like, we all remember reading what ICD. To a point where we knew what was there in each of these pages.
32 page ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ. We know
those codes and everything.
Our momentum now, it was just about scoring marks. But as we started working, we used that memory somewhere else. We realized ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು matter ಆಯ್ತು that cognitive capacity that we have. And I think intellectual independence is also from that space of how much access you have for education, just knowledge in a sense. Education doesn't have to be formal. We keep seeing, especially now that social media is so accessible for all of us, we keep seeing people just doing some very smart things. Doesn't have to be that they've had formal education. And they feel so free in their minds.
True.
Just because that they are able to use that knowledge. So I feel that is what is, it's really about the cerebral capacities. And we're actually, like, when we talk about equality, most often we're talking about equally being given opportunity for my cerebral capacities, for my cognitive capacities. Not that, oh, you're a man, I'm a woman. I think now they've come way ahead of me in our generation. So it's really about, if I can do this, these, like, whatever task, if you can also do this, then we should be given the opportunity to do it equally.
Right. I think cerebral independence anta bandaga ಅಥವಾ cognitive independence anta bandaga, I think the mere fact of taking decision for myself, decision making capacity, ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. because someone else is deciding for you ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ again you are dependent on them.
ಹೌದು.
Being able to decide ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಡ, ಆ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿನೂ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟ್ರೂ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದ್ರು, 19 years old. He is like, I don't know what to do with life. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. And then I spoke and everything happened till 18 years, 18 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೆ ಅವರ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅದ್ ಮಾಡು, ಇದ್ ಮಾಡು, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ತಗೋ, ಅದನ್ ಮಾಡು, ಹೀಗ್ ಮಾಡು, ಇದೇ ಬುಕ್ ಓದು, ಅದೇ ಬುಕ್ ಓದು, ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನೋ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ freedom was given, anything ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. After 18 years, 18 ಆಯ್ತು ನಿನ್ಗೆ, you are an adult. Decide what you need to do. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತ್ಯಾ. So till 18 years you are making them dependent on you. ಮಗು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರೇ whoever it is, ಅಷ್ಟು ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 18, just because that number, ಆ ಏಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಂದ ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಮಾಡು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಸೋ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ, ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ.
I think more than 18, I also feel like that it's much difficult phase is adolescence, because you are neither an adult nor a child.
Yeah, correct.
It becomes all the more challenging, where sometimes ನಾವೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೆನಪಿದೆ when we were teenager, ಏನ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಗು ತರ ಆಡ್ತೀಯ ಅಂತ. There are times when we are being like an adult, ನೀನ್ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಬೇಡ. It's so difficult. I feel like that age really gets neglected quite a lot. Because it's so indecisive for them also. Like hormonal
so many changes.
Things are changing, physically they're changing, so socially things are changing. So decision making, problem solving is not very.
That's what I felt.
I agree.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿರಾಗಿಂದ ಏಜ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕಂಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, ಟು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚೂಸ್ ಯಾವ ಕಲರ್ ಬೇಕು ನಿಂಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಟು ಡ್ರಾ, ನನ್ಗೆ ರೆಡ್ ಬೇಕು ಇವತ್ತು. ಆ ಒಂದು ಡೆಸಿಷನ್, ಐ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹರ್, ದಟ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ರೆಡ್ ಟುಡೇ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಸಾಕು, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಟ್. ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಅದು ಬೇರೆದಕ್ಕೂ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಶಿ ನೋಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅಂತ.
ನೀ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೌ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್, everything is socially acceptable. What happens if a child decides to choose something which you don't accept as a parent?
Okay, and the
choice of life, something, for example, because that's where I feel like the problem starts. It's not that a lot of times they can make decisions, they can think for themselves, but it is not in alignment with what you think is right. For example,
got it. For example,
let's say they choose a different gender for themselves, or they choose to not marry,
right,
or they just choose to live child free. Whatever it is, I think it becomes so challenging for parents. Because they're like, it is reflecting on what kind of a parent I am.
True.
Correct.
Then it is a little bit more than intellectual independence. It's like everything put together. Like,
it questions your existence also. It's like, am I doing right or not? What am I doing?
What if it is not at all about you as a parent? You've taught your child to be independent, you've taught your child to do a lot of things for themselves, but when it becomes inconvenient to you, it becomes all the more.
So true, right? Alva? So it's not the matter of parenting, or it's the matter of she becoming independent and choosing for herself. She is not following your path, but she is choosing to be independent on her own. So let go ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ from parents side, that's the biggest challenge. So we want them to be dependent on us. When they take that independent path, it's very hard to let go. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅವ್ರಿಟ್ಲು ಅಂತ. But I think that should be the way of life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let them be for who they are, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I think intellectual independence is about something as simple as in the space that we are at every day, being able to express our opinions, being able to express our perspectives. For me, that is what truly matters. And of course, decision making that also plays a role. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ in the spaces that they live, ಅವ್ರ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ನೇ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸೇ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That can get so suffocating to be dependent. ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಹಿಂಗೆ ನಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ can get so restricting. That ruins the emotional well-being also. Like all of these things are so interconnected. So for me, intellectual independence is being able to express my perspective, my opinions, and of course, obviously in a respectful manner, where there's no harm done to anybody. And we got things like you spoke about how if I'm able to do something as the other gender or somebody else, being given the same facilities, being given the same privileges, is also intellectual independence for me.
Yeah, true. What happens when you're independent? ನೀವು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ?
It gives me a sense of self. It gives me a sense of control over where I want my life to head. It gives me a sense of direction, which I think I can rely on. It gives me a feeling that I'm responsible for my life. And some random person is not making decisions for me. ಅದು ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ದಾಗ that there's a control, there's a sense of reliability, there's a sense of direction, there's a sense of satisfaction also. ಅಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಮೈ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೆಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಡಿರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಡೆಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಅಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೇ ಒಂದು ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ I think it's a sense of relief that I feel. That is why I think independence is very important.
Yeah.
It is something that helps me feel refreshed also. Something that helps me feel like, okay, someone is being someone. I'm able to stay in touch with myself.
Yeah.
While we are dealing with so many variables in our life, one thing that can stay consistent is our independence.
Yeah.
Even though our idea of it can change, but ನಮ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಇರೋದು, it's a very big release for me. So that is why I think being independent is very important. And that's why I see independence as an important part of my daily life.
Yeah.
I think for me, it sounds like it is a fundamental right for every human being, for every individual. I think it's the right to live your true authentic self.
Yeah.
At that moment, ning authentic self anta ansuttho, just to be able to live like that. As simple as like that. Maybe we should probably also put petitions to put it in the Supreme Court, that thing that it is just a right to be able to do what is authentic to you as a person. Whether it is right, wrong, that's secondary. Just your true authentic self.
Yeah. So for me, being independent helps in being confident. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್, ನಾನು ತಗೋತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್.
Absolutely.
Right? It gives me that confidence, and it gives me that control, that ownership of this is my life. I will do what I want to do, so that I don't blame anyone else in my life. I chose this path. I will walk in that path. So our confidence ge, our ownership ge, I feel like I need that independence. And if I'm independent, I own my life anta nange ansutte. So yeah, out of that, I think confidence in the, I mean, self-respect irbodu, respecting your own self, and valuing your own self. Right? I made this decision, and if it turns out to be like very good, I'm like, wow, good, Swati, you did it, and you did it on your own. So independence helps me in doing more things ahead. So yeah, that's why I think one should be independent, is what I feel. Okay. So we spoke about where the independence come from. So ಒಂದು parenting ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆ ಪೇರೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪೇರೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್. ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗಾಡ್. I also make mistakes, right? I am also learning to live my life. I am also identifying who am I, right? So I am not God. I am your parent. I am the one who gave birth to you. So that reality check, no, that is changing. So our parenting heng change ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. I think that independence also ಅವರಿಗೆ there is a space for them to understand what independence is ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನಂಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಒಂದಾಯ್ತು. ಅದ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೇರೆ how else can you cultivate independence? ಏನಾದ್ರು anything else you have to add on? Is it just the parenting?
I think primarily parenting.
Okay.
Because like you live with them most, like the most primitive years you live with more than parents, any primary caregivers. Because in some situations it can be like grandparents, some situations like a nanny, so any primary caregivers, but also to a large extent like the community that we live in, like school ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ
Correct.
such a big role it plays, no, in what it means to the child. They're picking up, they're really modeling and learning from a lot of people around them. And also community, like a lot of times we see our parents as gods anta, but I think more than seeing them as gods, it's truly helpful to see them as human beings. So it helps, like what you're doing with your daughter, because then you will start seeing you don't have such high standards for them also, as much as they have standards for us. It really helps to see that okay, they are also humans, they also make mistakes, which makes it easy to forgive. And nam Indian community, Asian community, I don't think they've ever thought of, oh, I will forgive my parents. That's very scary, you know.
The parents ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ನೆವರ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ, ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅದು ಆ ಒಂದು ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅವ್ರ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ರು, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ, ದೇ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸಮ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಆ ಥರ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ ಏನೋ. ಬಟ್ ದ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ನೌ ಅಂತ. I think next generation ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂಗೆ they will have that space to decide, space to do their own thing, space to think that okay, my parent can also make mistake. ಆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ, I think they evolve.
It humanizes the experience. Doesn't set too many expectations for the parents also and for the child also. Which I think makes the whole life experience also
rich.
Rich. I was thinking easy, but I was like, think of another word. But I think rich makes more sense. It makes it more comfortable also, I think.
Right. Okay. So coming to the end of the podcast, so I want to discuss what independence is not. Right?
It's not a checklist. Don't go by typical notions. Don't go by the notion of social media or some book that says this is what independence is. This is how you should be independent. How is that okay? Somebody is still dictating what independence is. That is not okay. Choose what independence is for you. Do not go by a checklist. Do not go by what your friend thinks independence is. Do not go by what your
what this podcast is talking about.
Yes, because independence can be very, very individualistic. It is very individualistic. ನಾವುಗಳು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಮಗೆ that independence as an experience is very different for each one of us. Independence can look like this, can look like that ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Take that as a skeleton, take that as a framework, but not as ಸತ್ಯವಚನ and okay ಈ ತರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. I think that is what independence is not.
What is independence not is the first thing that I want to probably ask myself. I probably ask myself, anything that I'm doing right now, if it is making me feel miserable, is not independence. If I'm thinking that I'm so independent financially, but I'm working, slogging, it's not independence. It's probably me not.
You're stuck in that work.
It's doing something. It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
Happiness. I can still feel happy being dependent. I can still feel miserable being independent.
Right.
So just ask yourself, what is it that is giving you some sense of purpose? What is making your life easy? Ultimately, if you cannot live within your own self, the quote unquote independent self, it's pointless.
Right. Yeah. So I think ibro matadiddu there is a sense of self. So independent annade baradu a self inda, like understanding that self and being in sync with that self. What I want, what I don't want, what I need, what I don't need. So understanding your own self and doing what you truly want. So that is ultimate independence is what even I think. Our process, as you said, if I want to be dependent on somebody out of choice, please take that choice and be happy about it. Right? It doesn't mean like ನೀನ್ independent ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you're not independent. So literally, it may be, but being independent is making your own choice. Right? So that if that's what making you happy, then I think you should take that shot. And being happy ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಸಿಗಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೇನೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. As you said, independent ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗಿನೇ you can be miserable also. So and so independence ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, and when to seek help.
But ಇದೇನೋ ಗೋಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. To reach that goal, I'm thinking, okay, ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬಳೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Be it financial, be it emotional health, or be it figuring out how to go from one place to another place, and ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬಳೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಅದ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ if I'm stressing myself out more, when I'm not able to reach my goal, that's when it's a problem. Don't glorify the idea of independence in your heads. I think one thing that I would like to say, and be okay with the fact that we all need help. Be okay with the fact that we can depend on somebody else, because we are in a systems thinking. We are in a society where we are codependent, and that's okay, is what my perspective is.
So coming from a Loka mom's point of view, see, ಇವಾಗ ಶ್ಲೋಕನ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹರ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ 3 years 4 years and all. So ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ or if I want to do something on my own, I need to be dependent on somebody to look after Shloka, whether it is nanny or whether it is school or whether it is her Ajaji. So Ajaji yake I chose because they want to spend time with her. Right? Give them also the chance to be with her. So don't take everything on yourself and say that no, ನಾನೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ, ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು. So that is affecting my relationship with my parents, my husband, my daughter, everything else. So independence, too much independence, what we call as hyper independence, so I think a lot of problems come up, and you end up stressing too much and burnout agutte, and you have to seek help at the end.
Yeah.
So ಅದೇ ಸುಮನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಟು ಅ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಚೆಕ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್, ಆರ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ other people are doing as in the name of independence.
Yeah.
Know what your independence is within yourself. ನೀನ್ ಯಾರು, ನಿನ್ಗೇನ್ ಬೇಕು, ನಿಂದೇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ somewhere as a society we'll become independent. So thank you for making time and coming here and sharing your valuable experiences and thoughts.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಏನೇನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಲಿಸನ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯು. So we would love to hear your thoughts on independence and being an independent person. Yeah, right. So thank you so much. Thank you.